The rising demand for the dollar in Nigeria is piling more pressure on the Naira, hence its value continues to decline. The Naira has dropped to a new low of 885 Naira per dollar at the parallel section of the foreign exchange market, popularly called black markets. The figure represents a depreciation of 17 Naira or 8.6% from the 815 Naira it traded last week. Some Bureau de change operators put the buying price of the dollar at 860 Naira and selling price at 885 Naira, leaving a 25 Naira profit margin. The decline of the Naira against the dollar worsened after the Central Bank of Nigeria announced a plan to redesign the currency. Olayinka.
Well, you see, a lot of people have come out to blame the central bank for announcing that. I also did the same, but taking a reflective look, you ask yourself, so what should have been the solution? Is it that we allow this to continue, or we do the change, or is it the time frame that has been given that is too short? In my own opinion, I think the central bank, with what it has done, has perhaps sat down. Maybe the level of consultation that needed to be done had not been properly done. And when you want to do this kind of thing, it is not a thing that you throw open to debate. It's usually in the inner recesses of the central bank and the president, just as we have seen. Even the minister was unaware of it. But whatever decision is taken, this is Nigeria, it will always backfire. The only way is, will it have been that the central bank will have introduced the new Naira notes and then not announce it and then be withdrawing the old one bit by bit? So you begin to ask yourself, what exactly should have been done? Because I'm not an economist, as I always say, but the little economics that I know is that whenever things, if we cast our mind back to 1984, 83, 84, the same thing happened. Now, there is no way. The other day on social media, there was the news that surfaced that some Naira notes with Oceanic Bank wrapper surfaced. 11 years ago, Oceanic Bank went under. So you ask yourself, now, what exactly will you do to make Nigerians realize that we must keep money in the bank? Even dollar that is not Nigeria. You know, during the election, there was a time, there was a clip that was shown a room filled with dollars. And then you ask yourself, is there a printing farm in Africa that prints dollar for the US? Or how do they get all those things? Honestly, as former President Babangida once said, that the Nigerian economy defies all logic and solution. That at the time he was confused. He said he doesn't even know why the Nigerian economy has not collapsed. That was what led to the closure of African Concord then, if you remember. Now, what exactly do we think should have been done that has not been done? The Nigerian economy, I mean, the way people keep money at home, all the measures have been taken, cashless economy, do this, do that, yet people still continue to keep money out of circulation. Why? Are we normal people?
Olayinka's point is money out of the banking sector. But what do you think is directly responsible for this sharp decline on a daily basis of the Naira?
A lot of speculation is going on. Ours is a rentier economy, and the policies have not helped. We have advised them to maintain a single currency window. They won't listen. The reason they are keeping this dual exchange window, they are the only ones who can explain. And if you must keep the dual exchange window, why should the gap between the official market and the unofficial market be so wide? No, you just ask yourself, in any piece of business where people can reap bountiful harvest, where the profit margin is extremely huge, you will kill to stop people from doing it. You will kill. There was a time when IBB said nobody should eat imported rice. They should not bring imported rice into Nigeria again. In the 80s. Bolade in those days, if they catch you with imported rice, you are in trouble.
You are in trouble.
It was a big trouble at that time. Even at gunpoint, they were arresting people. Did this stop Nigerians from smuggling imported rice? It didn't stop. Now, in this case, we read about the EFCC arresting BDC operators and all that. The Yoruba people will say that you are not going to the source of the problem. Where do the BDCs get their dollars? CBN every week will share dollars to banks.
You go to bank, you won't get.
Some weeks, I remember when they were sharing as much as 120 million to the banks. The banks will pass a good chunk of it to the BDCs.
Yeah.
Those ones will go and sell. Look at the difference. It was, I think,
very alarming rate.
445 Naira 50. So was the official rate on Friday. 445 to 445.50 to the dollar.
Yeah.
Now the unofficial rate that same Friday was around 815. Look at the difference.
That they will even call a malam.
Look at the difference. So you that you have that, you got it at the official rate at 445.50. Who can stop you from taking it to a place where you will make twice? This is what is happening. Banks, people go to banks, they will be advising them from the banking hall where you are supposed to get this dollar.
They will even call the.
They will tell you that
the vendor for
that this is our malam.
Yeah.
Go and meet our malam. So you will see banks that go to the kind of profit that banks will be coming up with, because without doing any work, you simply give them a huge chunk of dollars that they can choose.
Depending on the amount you want to change.
Now you have people going to school abroad. It is like a camel passing through the eye of the needle for them to get dollars, even through official channels.
Yeah.
Some of the people say so much nonsense on social media. I say, why don't you go into the bank? How many of them have attempted to go into the bank to see whether they can get the money? In any case, some of them are so.
Which bank?
Let me not abuse people here, because these people are annoying. Some of the things that they say. There are problems. People are talking about the problems so that our leaders can address the problems. But you are already a patented sycophant. You are now saying, why don't they go to the bank? People go to the bank. Of course, if I know that I will get it, the bank will
even tell you to go and buy and bring. That is what they do now. The bank will tell you to go and buy and bring.
So it's not going to people. You go to the black market, they tell you, no, there's no this thing. So what do you expect people to do? This thing will keep going up. At the time when this announcement was made, it was 785 to the dollar.
Yeah.
Now it is 885. That's already within a matter of days. It's gone up by more than 100.
Do we have guarantee that before that December 15, that date?
No, the closer it is to that day, the worse things will become.
Exactly, that is it.
Except drastic measures are taken, and I don't know what drastic measures. We've seen the CBN governor. We've seen the CBN governor take steps in the past that that achieved absolutely no dividend. The other day when he said he was stopping sale of the forex to BDCs, we all thought that, yes, this is a good move. It will come through the banks now. What did we achieve? It got worse even after that. People should go and check how much was the exchange rate before he took that decision to stop sale of forex to BDCs and how much it is now. The other day he was fighting a Nigerian that he accused of speculating, of being a speculator, about EFS. Shortly after that, we saw the thing go up. You are unable to put a firm hand on this thing to stop the slide. But you are coming up with measures that are not working. I mean, this is just the frustration.
I think part of the problem also...
All right, we are still looking at the Naira and Jude. At the end of the day, if we are not able to do something about it, we are not in a situation, we are not in a country where we can have people honorably throwing the towel that have failed. In UK, the Prime Minister saw the economy in 35, 45 days and discovered that, look, there's nothing I can do about this thing. And the woman, honorably, she resigned. We don't have such culture.
Even what offense did his predecessor commit? People will say, okay, they caught you, you were partying during COVID. That's enough to cause a president to leave.
I mean,
you went during COVID, you were with some people in a party. The president will resign. Here, it's not the culture. In fact, those ones will be seeking bigger responsibilities. Before our eyes. People who have failed, they will still be seeking bigger responsibilities in our country because we think we are a country of cheap people. People without a sound retentive memory. I mean, it's just wrong.